I'm guessing most of you have heard the saying, when you fall off a horse, get back on. Well, the Dickinson boys basketball team has no time to feel sorry for itself after giving up 106 points to Century on Tuesday. The Midgets are back in Bismarck for a showdown against the Sabres tonight. It was just the second setback for Dickinson in its first 6 games, and the team is still getting votes in this week's poll. All of that means the Midgets have a bright outlook for the season, but the roster makeup does mean there will be some bumps in the road along the way.
I really like where our program is right now. We have record numbers this year. We have more teams with our freshmen and sophomore this year than our program has ever had. So, and you know, that's unfortunately with cutting some kids too. So our program is stepping in the right direction. You know, unfortunately, our season was cut a lot shorter than we wanted it to last year. And
Coach is talking about the state tournament. Dickinson was eliminated by Williston in the region qualifier.
Those seniors kind of remember that, and throughout the summer and the whole process, it's been kind of a chip on their shoulder, and it's carried over to, you know, kind of pushing those younger guys. So they're getting a little bit of extra push from those guys that didn't quite get to their goal last year. So that has also helped the process so far.
The Midgets and Sabres are the back half of a doubleheader at the Hausler Gym tonight. The Trinity girls basketball team is 5 games into the season, and the Titans have only played once at home. Now tonight, they're after their 3rd straight victory. The Titans opened with a win and then lost twice to Bottineau and Watford City. Now it's back-to-back victories over South Hart and South Border. Trinity does have experience in its corner.
Well, one thing that we have going for us is that we actually didn't graduate one senior off of last year's team. So we have all of our key contributors returning this year, which you know, makes it a lot easier to get going, to have a fast start. And it all starts with our 6 seniors. We've got a tremendous group of senior leaders, most of them who just finished the state volleyball tournament.
Trinity is hosting Kidder County today, and Alan Reed will have highlights for us on First News at 10. The UND women played Drake this afternoon, and it did not go well. Second half, Drake up big. This is Katie Dinnebeer with a clear path to the basket. The Bulldogs are up by 27. The only bright spot for UND, Casey Borovitz, she scored 29 points. The rest of the team, they scored 31. The home team defense was nowhere to be found, and this made it a 40-point lead as Drake wins it 108-60. UND is 3-7 heading into the break. Well, it's not ideal, but ever since Kirk Cousins went out for the season with an injury, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell has been kind of doing the equivalent of just throwing something at the wall and hoping it will stick. With that in mind, KOC is going with Nick Mullins again this week. He threw for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against the Bengals, which was much better than the 4 picks from Josh Dobbs against the Bears.
We will be starting Nick Mullins at quarterback this week. I thought Nick did a lot of really good things in the football game on Saturday, moved the team. We had our first 100-yard rusher of the season, Nick over 300 yards, all positive things, and Nick knows we also need to, you know, try to limit those and eliminate those, you know, critical errors where we turn the football over in the red zone with chances for points. But I think with another good week of preparation and building upon the positive things he did last Saturday, my expectation is Nick's going to go out and play really well for us this weekend.
And this weekend, the Vikings have a Central Division game against Detroit on Christmas Eve at noon.